Fido, go. Prop, go. GNC,
And
go.
I'll copy
Max,
that.
go. Eagle, go. Econ, go.
7, 6, 4, 2, 1, and liftoff of Space Shuttle Atlantis. Final visit to enhance the vision of Hubble into the deepest grandeur of our universe.
Houston, Atlanta, small program with the FCS channel.
5 paths across the board, Scooter, no action.
Okay, got LBL rates ranging? I do. All right, I see him in the bucket. Mid 71.
Atlantis on its way, all 3 engines now throttling down as the vehicle passes through the area of maximum dynamic pressure.
Atlantis, Houston, no action on the MPS H2 altitude. Houston, we copy, no action. Back at 104, Scooter.
Three, 103.
Auto. Okay, that all looks good.
Atlantis, Houston, you are go for orbit ops.
Houston, Atlantis, good words. Go for orbit ops. Thank you.
Hey Ray J, how you doing? Welcome to
Great.
orbit.
It's great to be here, Doug.
How was that ride?
It was wild, basically.
Hello, man.
Mike, good. First day in space. How's it going? First full day. You already had, you blasted off yesterday. How you feeling today?
Feeling much better today.
Yeah?
It was a very exciting liftoff and
Yes.
Trip to space. Here we are. Had a little sleep, had a little chow.
You look great.
We're doing our work here, getting the airlock ready so we can go outside and do EVAs.
All right.
Which is why we're here.
All right. Hey, Drew. How was your first day in space?
It was good.
Yeah?
I enjoyed it.
You were unbelievable, man. You were working like a maniac right from this get-go, like you were born here.
I like this floating in space.
Yeah, it's fun, isn't it?
It's a ride.
Do a flip for your family and friends.
Let's see if I can.
Can you do that?
Slowly.
That's excellent. So has this met your expectations?
Exceeded.
Really?
Oh yeah, by far exceeded them.
Well, you're doing great, man.
Thanks, buddy. The ride was, man, that was some ride.
That was some, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun during that ascent.
We did have some
didn't we?
fun. Yeah.
Singing songs and screaming and yelling.
Those 3 G's kicked in, and I
Oh,
was ready for
yeah,
that to
baby.
be over.
That was fun, though, wasn't it?
Man,
I'll remember that.
it was awesome.
So how was that ascent?
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was great being on the mid-deck. We
Wasn't
took
it
care
fun?
of those lockers with the best of them.
Yeah, we had a fun time. Now, we don't have any windows on the middeck, of course, but me, you, and Drew had a good time anyway, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
It was just wonderful. I can't believe we're actually here again. The view's magnificent still, isn't it?
It is, absolutely.
After 7 years.
And our spacesuits are here, and we're getting ready to go outside.
That'll be great. We're in the middeck of Space Shuttle Atlantis. My buddy John Grunsfeld over here. But the person we want to talk to is behind the camera, and now going to be on camera. That's Megan MacArthur, who is our flight engineer. And Megan, what are you doing now?
Well, we just finished the starboard survey of the orbiter TPS, and I'm going to get my lunch. So I go to this locker here that says MS2 meals on it, and I pull it out. And it shows me all the food with the green dot. That's mine, that's in here. So I look up kind of what I want to eat. This is what I was looking for, ravioli.
Oh man, it was great.
Very tasty.
I just had some.
So, put this away. Close this up. And then, there it goes. It sits in there for a few minutes to get warm, and then I can eat it because I don't like it cold.
Now, how have you liked the food so far?
Well, so far all I've had is a peanut butter sandwich, and that was tasty. So,
That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the good thing about this food is it's easy to cook. It's
Yes.
not bad to eat, but it's really easy. You just took it out there and you put it in there.
Put it in there,
you know?
and like magic, it'll be warm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, all the cooking shows would be jealous. Because you got to buy ingredients, you got to mix stuff,
This is
and
easy.
all stuff you just throw right in
Just
there.
throw it right in there. Do you
All
have
right.
something in here? You want me to put
No,
something
my
in for
food
you?
is never in there. It's always in my stomach.
You already.
It's
Well, that's
only
the
never-
best place to store your food.
Mine
is
was
in
there
your
very
stomach.
temporarily, and then now it's in my tummy.
That's good. Well, hopefully it stays there.
I think we should all take a moment to recognize the exemplary damn heroic effort played by Neil Armstrong's backup to this historic moonwalk. And of course,
Hey, Mike, what are you doing?
Well, I'm using a computer. And just like a computer at home, we have computers in space. I'm checking our flight plans, see what we need to do, and I also can check my email. I've already gotten some email from my wife and my kids, and it's great to be able to stay in touch with them like this. And it's a great way for us to tell our friends what we're doing, and maybe even send a Twitter once in a while. Not that often, but once in a while.
What does the flight plan say we're supposed to be doing?
Oh
right
no, I bet it's not fooling around filming. We're doing inspections of the orbiter right now, of the space shuttle with the inspection boom. And we're also checking out our spacesuits for the spacewalk. So it's a busy day, and things are just going to keep getting busier.
We're going to get it all done?
Yes, absolutely, 100%. And we're going to have fun doing it.
Excellent.
Closure?
We're stalling minus 0.05 at 151 feet.
Okay, I just don't want to see the numbers get bigger.
Okay, we're opening now, 155.
Okay.
I'm going to try to shoot one off the bottom just to see if it'll
Okay,
take.
I see you set up with body vector 5,
how many
pitch
angles
of
off do you think
270,
we are?
yaw 0, omicron 0. And I agree with that for a plus body yaw.
And Houston, Atlantis, we have the telescope in the RMSN effector.
Reggie, we copy, and we're pulling down KU right now, and we see that. Thank you.
And the grapple fixture now in view. Megan MacArthur now repositioning the shuttle's robotic arm to align with the grapple fixture on the telescope. Space Shuttle Atlantis, all of its thruster jets have been inhibited. It's in free drift.
Houston, Atlantis. Hubble has arrived on board Atlantis with the arm.
Atlantis, Houston, we copy. Nice job, Megan. Nice job on the Proxap's flying as well. It's great to be back with the telescope.
Okay, thanks, Dan. Everybody's very excited up here, I can tell you. Yeah, I'm just looking out the window here, and it's an unbelievably beautiful sight. Amazingly, the exterior of Hubble, an old man of 19 years in space, still looks in fantastic shape.
We copy that. Thanks for those words.
Megan MacArthur, who worked the arm and grappled the telescope. Scott Altman, our commander, who flew the space shuttle in formation with the telescope, going how fast?
17,500 miles an hour.
Very
Course
fast.
Formation.
Very, very fast.
Just like this.
Unbelievable.
It was exciting.
What you said?
Some challenges there.
You said it was a little fast. Is that right?
We came in. We had kind of a little extra closure, a little out of plane maneuvering, trying to get up to the telescope. Had to do some braking, and then the telescope wasn't rotated for us. We had to wait when we got there, and then do a yaw maneuver. All this.
Oh my gosh!
Look at that. See, it's just a furball with that telescope.
Gosh! But you are an F-14 pilot, right?
Yes.
So going fast, that's not a big deal. That was all right.
That was okay.
And it was just like the sim.
It was a lot like the sim, yes. I was glad we had that last orbit sim where we did the yaw at the wrong time, so that on this time we could do the yaw at the right time.
Do you think your Top Gun flying helped you with this? You know, in that movie that you did?
Well, I do, because see, we're like this. We're going around. It's sort of inverted like that. We were in a negative G pushover with the telescope at 18,000 miles an hour.
Right.
What do you think of that?
Unbelievable.
We've never been this close before.
No. So Megan, how do you feel? What was it like?
I feel good. You know, it was very smooth. It was very straightforward. Scooter got really nulled out all the rates. It was just rock solid. It was like grabbing something that wasn't moving. So felt good. Glad to have that behind us so the EVA guys can get to work.
Now you're going to make us work. See,
Exactly, yeah,
you were
that's
good
it
up till
too.
then. But it did look like a statue, that telescope, didn't it?
Yeah, it was
Look,
beautiful.
it was moving at all.
Yeah, it was awesome.
You did a great. But you were happy after you grabbed that thing, weren't you?
Yeah.
That was a big challenge for you, wasn't it?
Well, it was good. It went
Yeah.
just like clockwork.
All right, well, that's great.
Coming up, getting closer, checking attitude. Getting out of control.
Check your attitude, Scooter.
It looks good now. I think we're stable. I feel as if I'm stabilized.
Oh, good grapple.
Good grapple. Bring it into the bay.
Good job, Megan.
Gow.
I'm putting a 6-inch wobble. Monster pull check.
Drew. This is your first spacewalk tomorrow. What do you feel? What do you think?
Excited. I'm getting
Yeah.
excited.
You're ready.
Seeing Hubble come into the payload bay was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And, the rendezvous was fun, and now we're ready to go. We're getting off.
It was beautiful,
some real
wasn't it?
work.
Yeah, I can tell you, man. You're ready to go. You're gonna do great.
I'm ready. Thanks, buddy.
Awesome, man. And John, this is like spacewalk number 714? No, spacewalk number six. Okay, great.
I'm looking forward to seeing our old friend Hubble, the Space Telescope.
Yeah.
And seeing if it's aged at all. I know I have. A little gray in the mustache here. But I'm really looking forward to going out and putting in the wide field camera. What's wide field camera going to do?
Unlock the secrets of the universe.
That's right. Unlock the secrets of the universe.
That's right.
Right.
Let's go into the airlock.
Hey, John.
Hey, Drew. What's going on?
Not much. Just hanging around.
That's awesome. Mind if we come in?
Come on in. Welcome to the airlock. These are the spacesuits we wear when we go outside to work on the telescope.
It's awesome. Not very roomy, is it?
It's kind of a tight fit. Check electrical harness clear of neck ring. Okay, this is the big one. Don the helmet. Check locked.
Okay. Send the helmet, please.
Coming out your way. Got it?
Got any words for going out the door, buddy?
I'm excited.
Excited just like the NBL?
Trying to get a last bite to eat before we go.
Good.
I'm a little more excited than at the NBL. It's the real deal.
Drew, are you hitting the big time here?
Ray J, this is the big time, buddy.
Okay, John, you can open the thermal cover.
Okay, I'm working on tabs.
Thermal cover is open, mass. It's great, John. We see you coming out. You can egress.
Coming out. Ready, Drew?
I'm ready, John.
Let's go do this. Oh, this is fantastic. You're going to love it, Drew.
Looks nice. Thermal cover is open, mass. It's great, John. We see you coming out. Yeah, you guys look great. Drew, you look awesome. We can see the reflection of the Earth in your visor. It's awesome. Fantastic.
I guess before we break the A-latch, which is a game-ending activity, we ought to try that short adjustable.
Okay, here we go. I think I got it.
Hit turned. It definitely turned.
Yep, it turned.
Houston for EDA. Good news from the stock. Liveness test on wide field 3 is good.
Hooray!
Oh, awesome. That's awesome news, Dan. Thanks. These guys did a great job, and we appreciate all the great support we got from the ground.
In traditional Hubble fashion, Hubble threw us a few curves, and I think it's really a testament to the whole team that we were able to overcome them, and that we have a wide field camera 3 in the telescope, which will help to unlock the secrets of the universe, and a new scientific instrument command and data handling.
Mike Massimino's reflection in the aft shroud of the Hubble Space Telescope as he prepares to open the doors, protective doors over the fixed head star trackers and the rate sensor units. And now looking from the opposite helmet cam, this view from Michael Good looking into the telescope at Mike Massimino.
Hey Mike, I got it. All yours. Very nice. Good job.
Michael Good now seating the new rate sensor unit.
Nice job.
Planet Houston for EVA, we have a good aliveness test on RSU-2R. You have a go for RSU-3. Change out.
And we copy go for RSU-3. 4 1/4 on 13, Drew.
Massimino has engaged all of the bolts on the old battery module. The first 5 bolts on the new module securing it to the Bay 2 door have been engaged.
Megan, we can move to away from the telescope and start right.
Copy, coming away.
Got that door, John? Yeah, I've got this door. Okay, you guys know the drill. Let's remove CoStar.
Installed back in December 1993 to correct the spherical aberration that was detected in the telescope's mirrors after its initial deploy in 1990.
You guys missed Australia during the night pass, but we should be coming up on Hawaii off on our left here in just a moment. You're very cruel, Bueno, very cruel guy. Didn't know that about you. And for you, John, you should be looking at ACS. Yeah, I can see Hawaii. Can you really? Yeah, that's awesome.
The fastener capture plate now removed, having done its job of capturing the 32 tiny screws inside the protective enclosure.
Card 1 is out. Nice. I heard that. Looks great, John. Nice job.
Nice job, Tom.
Takes a few more turns to get it out of the connector. Not that it matters.
So are you taking them back to the telescope?
Yeah, I was.
Okay, good. That was for the
I
tape.
don't bend too low. Right? That was for a point, and we bent over, and I thought I was going to drive him into the W side.
Okay, Drew, I'm having trouble with this one on the lower right. I don't want to strip the thing.
That darn handrail. Sunset in 11 minutes.
Houston, you ready for this? Yeah, we're ready.
Okay, Mass, you have a go.
Here we go. Off. Disposal back, please.
What has been the most dramatic part of these EVAs for you?
First, we start off, wide field camera. Oh yeah, our main objective. The old one might not come out. We almost break the drive rod. Then we can't get the RSUs in. It goes long. Then you're out there, you got a bar that you had to break off manually.
Right.
What's up with, is that high tech? No. It's me in my garage.
Ready to maneuver, Tom?
Ready to maneuver, Megan.
Here we go.
Wayne, I'm headed for the bat. Copy. And Houston, are you happy with the wireless views?
Planet Houston, we're happy with those views. Thanks.
Okay, coming out. Now you're out of the lift of the telescope. Mirror's got about 6 inches to go. You are clear to continue and increase the rate out. Yep, you can increase the rate, Megan.
Copy, picking up the rate.
What a beautiful view.
John, I'm the witness on this. You actually were the last guy to pat it goodbye. What were you thinking when you patted Hubble goodbye? What was going through your mind?
Happy voyages. I hope everything that we did worked. It's hard not to think of Hubble as something alive, but you know, I really was thinking of Hubble as a friend.
Greg Johnson, pilot of STS-125 on the flight deck. What is it you're doing over there with all those cables?
Well, I'm hooking up IMAX camera cables at the moment.
Wow. So you've like got to go to film school for this class?
I did.
For this flight, haven't you?
I probably didn't pass, but they launched me anyway.
Did they have any tests?
They had no tests.
That's a good thing.
This is the test.
Yeah. But you're setting up for IMAX. You've also set up for what other kind of video? You're doing all kinds of photography.
We're doing
and
high
video.
definition, so we got some high definition down yesterday of the ET tank.
Yeah.
And we'll
The
be doing
tank.
this is high definition.
Right.
And then we'll do kind of a crew summary at the end of the day.
So how do you like filmmaking? You think it might be a second career for you?
Could be.
Yeah.
After piloting.
What kind of movies would you make?
They'd be all humorous movies.
All right, man. Thanks a lot, Greg.
Okay,
You're doing great.
thanks. It was a wild ascent, by the way.
Anything else you want to say to your family?
Ray J on the bike, getting a little exercise here, looking good. What's going on?
Well, I just finished shooting an IMAX scene, and so I'm done with that. So I want to get a little exercise in before I shoot my next scene. So it's a little stress relief here on the mid deck.
Ray J, the hardest working guy on the flight deck. You're doing an awesome job with all the photo TV, keeping the orbiter running. Well-deserved break here. Where are you riding right now?
Well, I'm trying to ride from all the way across Australia and then through the Pacific, so that's my ride plan right now for about 30 minutes. And it's going well. I mean, I'm making some time at 17,500 miles an hour.
Excellent. You're moving.
You got about 10 seconds.
The inside 2 minutes.
Thank you. Okay, Ray J, I've got 7 plus 94 queued up.
Concur.
Pulse, 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 low Z. I see that.
Shoot it.
And down.
10
free
seconds.
prize, Scooter, you got that. I assume. I'm going to select
5
A7
seconds.
free
The mode
prize.
switch is in auto. 3, 2, 1, release. I'm backing away.
I see you got it open.
Clear the pin.
Clear the pin. Mode switch is in off. Clear the antenna.
Okay, I need the mic.
Oh, baby, look at that.
At Houston, Atlantis with F1 burn, MET 1857 24 feet.
Okay, is that the keel camera on monitor 2 for me?
28.
The actual monitor 2?
With center of HSD, bottom half of keel, scooter, and neutral. 31.
There it is, Scooter.
Okay.
35.
Thank you.
Opening.
Supposed to be at a ref ball of about 65. You said 35 opening.
Yep.
Do you have a H dot?
Yeah, it's about 65 of the ref ball.
This is a really tremendous adventure that we've been on, a very challenging mission. Hubble isn't just a satellite. It's about humanity's quest for knowledge. As Arthur C. Clarke says, the only way of finding the limits of the possible is by going beyond them into the impossible. And on this mission, we tried some things that many people said was impossible. Fixing stiff, repairing ACS, achieving all the content that we have in this mission. But we've achieved that, and we wish Hubble the very best. It's really a sign of the great country that we live in that we're able to do things like this on a marvelous spaceship like Space Shuttle Atlantis. And I'm convinced that if we can solve problems like repairing Hubble, getting to space, doing the servicing we do, traveling 17,500 miles an hour around the Earth, that we can achieve other great things like solving our energy problems and our climate problems, all things that are in the middle of NASA's prime and core values. I want to wish Hubble its own set of adventures, and with the new instruments we've installed, that it may unlock further mysteries of the universe.
You enjoy going around interviewing people like that?
Yes, it's fun.
It is fun, isn't it?
Yes. I don't like being interviewed, though.
Are you a great interview subject? Tell me
No.
an interesting anecdote about your spacewalk.
No comment. I think I might have set a record for prayers said during a spacewalk.
Well,
I really think I
you were
had
being echoed here in the cabin.
It was
as well.
unbelievable. And it was Sunday, which was appropriate. I got dispensation from Father Dominic that I didn't have to go to church yesterday because I was up
to
here.
see the Pope when you come back, though.
I think I need all the help I can get. So it was appropriate for us to be praying like crazy, I think, yesterday while that was going on.
Always is, always is.
John, now I want to ask you something. This is your 5th space flight, right? You spent more time in space than anyone else on this crew. And, you know, again, you came up 4 other times and now you're back. How did this one compare? Do you get tired of coming? Is there anything that is oh hum about it, or is it still just, you know, the greatest thing for you when you come up here?
You know, I'd say it was the greatest thing, but the fact is, I get really tired of these crew interviews. You know, it's just insane.
That wasn't my question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I wasn't talking about the
Space
crew
flight.
interview. I was talking about the space flight part of it.
No, you never get tired of space flight. I love being up here. As soon as we get to main engine cutoff, suddenly I get this big grin on my face. Usually it stays the whole flight, except for some scary moments during EVA when people have to break off handrails.
Yeah.
But, the rest of the time, you know, I just love being up here.
I have to say, you know, John floats around. He's not touching anything. We're some of the rookies like this, stabilizing ourselves. And John's got his sea legs right off the bat.
He's got it down, but I think it's also, I think, in his heart too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you love being here.
I love being here.
You love being here. You've been here for 10 days now. You've had a chance to settle in. What do you think? What do you got? Do you like it? You want to come back? You've had enough? What's the story?
I like floating in space. It's been a lot of fun. I think we're just getting good at it.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe we're not getting good at it, but it feels like we're getting better at it.
Yeah.
But it will be nice to get home and see the family and have a hot shower. That'll be nice.
Mm-hmm.
What's really neat for me is getting in the middle of a big opening and just sitting still and not moving at all. I mean, that's pretty neat. You're not touching anything, but you're just totally silent and not moving at all. I think that's pretty cool.
Cool. How about you, Mike?
Sleeping's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's very comfortable.
In space or?
Yes.
Oh, it's okay.
In space.
Yeah.
That's where we are.
Well, I know. Well, in general, sleeping's a lot of fun.
We're not on a movie set, right, Mike?
That's right.
We're really doing this.
Yeah, we're really doing this. It's not the simulator. We're really doing it.
Right.
So, no, it's very comfortable. You just get your sleeping bag and you tie yourself off to the wall and you just float off to sleep, literally.
Yeah.
It's very comfortable.
Like the best waterbed in the world. Just kind of, you know, float. What about you, Meg? You ready to come back?
You know, I will miss floating. If I could float around in my house at home, that'd be awesome. It's a really easy, you know, it makes everything really easy.
Yeah.
You just can get everywhere. You can get to the ceiling, you can get to the floor and the top of the wall and everything.
What about the bruises?
The bruises, yeah. It took me a couple of days to adjust to the rate that you need to move, and so stopping yourself sometimes involves bruising yourself.
Yeah. Yesterday we had our final spacewalk, and it was a controversy over who was the last person to touch the Hubble Space Telescope. Now, I was a witness to this, and I was watching the whole time, right? And John, you know, we talked to him about being the last guy, but Drew, you were out there. Did it ever go through your mind that maybe while John wasn't looking, you should touch it? Did that ever go through your mind? Is you ever tempted to try to sneak that in, like, you know, do a Buzz Aldrin before Neil Armstrong gets out there or something like that? Did you, you know, for this to go down in history? Did that ever occur to you, maybe?
I cannot tell a lie.
You were hoping we would come up with something, huh?
I tried to be the last one to touch it.
But it didn't work.
Alas, it was not meant to be.
It was not meant to be. Well,
or something happened near the end that caused us
right.
to revisit the telescope.
Yeah. But Drew
had
tried.
that not occurred, I believe I would have been
I don't know. But who was really the last astronaut to have an imprint on Hubble.
Who let go of the telescope?
Who let go of the telescope?
I did let go of it.
It was Megan. So Megan truly is the last astronaut to be touching the Hubble Space Telescope.
That was spectacular.
That was yeah. What did you think? What was that? What was that like?
It was it was just as close to us, I guess, as when we grappled it. But bringing it up out of the latches and bringing it forward, we kind of had it was a little more leisurely maybe, so we had a little more time to sort of look at it, and it was just huge, and it was really close to us. And then of course when we let go of it, and then it's just sitting there for a second until the scooter initiates a separation burn, and then it goes right over our heads, and you can kind of see everybody sort of duck down a little bit because it looks so close.
How many pulses was that?
10.
10 pulses. Boom, 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 all in a row.
The shuttle rockets.
We're just
going,
moving away. I was like,
Yeah.
I was a little bit stressed out. You guys are doing all the work, and I was just sitting there stressing out watching it.
It's a big telescope coming right overhead. Both of you have very pivotal roles in landing. Greg, why don't you tell a little bit about what you're going to be doing?
I'm going to be watching Scooter.
You're going to be watching Scooter.
Right.
What are you going to be looking for?
Well, I'm going to be looking to see that all the milestones as we come around the heading alignment cone, I'm going to make sure he's on at the 180, the 180 degrees from the runway.
You're talking about the big turn that we made before we turn final onto the the runway.
He's going to let me fly a little bit, and I'll fly around that cone just a little bit. Yeah, he's going to let it up just a little bit. But then I'm going to make sure he's on his altitude, 180 out from the runway, and then 90 degrees out from the runway.
Right.
And then as he rolls on final, he's all in altitude.
Right.
Airspeed's right, altitude's right. We're getting ready to land.
And if he's not, you're going to let him know.
Then I'm going to give him some sugar calls.
All right, okay. Which is, what are sugar calls?
Little ride, little up.
All right.
Little fast, little slow.
Okay.
You can do it. You're the man.
All right. You're going to keep him going and keep us on track.
That's right.
And Megan, what are you going to be doing?
I'm going to be watching as well, and just calling out when different things are supposed to be happening, make sure that everything happens when it's supposed to. Different navigational aids are coming in on time, and the orbiter's doing what it's supposed to be doing automatically at the different times.
Tomorrow's the big day for you. And I mean, you've had all kinds of big days, but is tomorrow kind of the biggest day for you out of all?
Very special.
And that's because
we're landing. And you know what? The robot doesn't land.
That's right. There's no auto land system here.
People get to land.
Right. You get to land. And you were in a Navy aviator for how many years?
14 years.
Well, you still kind of are, but you were, flying F-14s and test pilot school, and astronaut training, and you've done how many shuttle training aircraft runs have you done? You think?
We have that business jet that's configured to fly like the shuttle training aircraft. And I was looking at my numbers. I think I have something like 3,000 dives, approaches in that aircraft.
3,000 approaches, and those are all set up for the one you're going to do tomorrow, pretty much, right? That one. So there's a lot of practice that goes into this because this is a huge event. You're flying this spaceship and going to land it like a glider, right? It's not
basically a glider. It just doesn't fly very well. You can't catch any lift. You keep coming down all the way.
It's like a brick, right? Is that fair to say? Kind of like a brick coming down with these small wings compared to the size of the ship. And you don't have any engines, which means if you don't like what you see,
that's a big difference. In the Navy, every time I came into the ship, sometimes it'd be moving around or I wouldn't be right. And they'd say, go around, try again. Move the engines up and you go around. And this thing, you're coming down. There's no going around. You're landing.
Right. So this is...
You want to make sure you got the right stuff underneath you when you touch down.
Very, very important. You can't say, now I'm going to change my mind.
No, I'm going to go over here or there. No, you're coming down. You got to be in the right spot.
Well, how do you feel about doing this?
Great. I feel pumped up. I'm ready to go.
Good luck tomorrow.
All right.
You've been a great commander. It's been a real privilege.
Well, it's an honor serving with you.
So it's been a pleasure to get to be here with you and train with you, and looking forward to getting home safely tomorrow with you.